everyone, welcome to Automation Community. In this section, we are going to see about latching. So before entering into the topic, kindly like and subscribe our YouTube channel for more updates. So latching is one of the interesting topic in PLC programming. Let's see what is the logic behind this latching and what is the use of that and how to do that in the Triac programmer. So I'll just take a help from one push button and one relay. So now I'm going to turn on a relay using this push button. So what is the function of push button? So once you press, it will make a contact. If you release the push button, it will break the contact, correct? So push button is like, while you press, your output will be on. If you release, output will be off. So if this is the working of push button, why in industries and in all automation industries, why people are using push button? So if you see, most of the input device, as a switch, people will be using push button only. So there is a logic should be there, to make the output remains in on condition. So how come we can press the push button all the time to make the output? There should be some concept which is called as latching. So if you press the input and even though if you release it, output will be in on condition only. So this is called as latching. So but how they are performing? How to get this concept done? Even though if I release the push button, how the output is remains in on condition. That's what we are going to see how to do that. So let's see, this is the start. Let's take this as a push button. So this is a push button and we have output here, which is a relay. Okay, let's take this L as positive rail and this N as negative rail. So positive supply is coming from push button and negative supply is there from relay. So to turn on the relay, we have to press this push button and that's what we are pressing. And once you press it, your relay is in on condition. Correct? So now, if you release it, your output will go off. Correct? But if you turn on again, if you do the proper arrangement, if you do one parallel contact of relay in parallel to start button, start push button, you can able to make the relay on even though start is not on. So if you see the next slide, even though if you release, the output remains on using this. So how to do that, I'll see. So let's take one small example. Instead of relay, let's take you are going to turn on a motor using one push button. If you turn off that push button, your motor should be in on condition. So let's see how to do that. I'm going to take one push button 0.01 and I'm naming this as PB1. Let's take PB2. Okay. So I have one push button and I have one motor over here. That's it. Connect. So this is a normal one. One push button, one output. So let's go to the simulation mode. Right? Okay. So now I'm pushing the push button on and I'm releasing my hand. Output is off. So this is how actually the working of push button, right? How the push button works. If you press, it will contact. If you release, output is off. But my output have to be in on condition even though if I release push button. And that concept is called as latching. So latching nothing but making a parallel route. Okay, once your output is on, no. And using that turning on, you are using one more extra contact. And that contact is named as same as your output. I'll show you here. I'm going to give the same address of your output. See, this is programming. So it is not that using one more input as output. Not like that. Just a minute. I'll delete this. Okay. So look, I have one input only and one output only, but in your logic, you're using one contact and naming that as your output. Why I'm naming this as output? Because the output is going to turn on for some seconds, no? So in that some seconds, this coil will get turned on. Correct? So I'll show you in the simulation. Look, now push button is off, output is off. I'm going to turn on a push button, and before that check out this also. 100.00 is off because this is same as this, no? Correct? So your output. So I'm going to turn on a push button. I'm going to press it. Your output is on. Because of your output is on, since this contact is also sharing the same address of your output, this is also on. Okay. So you just turn off your input and your output is still on because of this contact. So this coil is called as a latched contact. Okay, or seal-in contact. We also call this a seal-in contact. That means you are taking the same ID, same address of the output and putting that in parallel to the input. So if you, since you have put that as in parallel, even though your input, the main input is off, your output contact will give you a power supply to turn on your output coil. So this is called as latching. So just check out here, this is input, this is output contact, no? So if you see the PPT, you can see here relay on and NO contact of relay. Okay, so now look, we have a push button and now we have a NO contact of relay which is connected in parallel with the switch, push button. Okay, so once you press the switch, your relay will on, no? And that relay memory contact is also on, right? So now what will happen? Power is coming from this route and power is also coming from this route also. So if you cut down this route, what will happen? Power will take this route. That's it, no? Simple. See, if you have removed the contact, see, it is taking this route so that the relay is in on condition. So this is called as latching. So this is very, very important in the PLC programming. I hope you have understood this logic. So I'll meet you in the next session. Before that, like and subscribe our YouTube channel for more updates. Thank you.